ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अष्टाप्रयेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Thank you very much for joining. This is Mangalarti Darshan. Shri Radha Madhava Ashtaki ki jai. Siddham Mayapur today. Reading from teachings of Lord Chaitanya. We'll read a little bit and then we'll offer our prayers. Preface reading from let us offer our prayers before itself and let's sing the Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Then we'll start. Om Ajnanat Grandhasya Gnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangum Langete Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Devatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Iswaram. Pancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhaya Vacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तों की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे। पतिता पावना हेतु तव अवतार। आ प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपावलोकना करो আমি বড় দুঃখী। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। दया करो सीतापति अद्वैता गोसाई। दया करो सीतापति अद्वैता गोसाई। तब कृपा बोले पाय चैतन्य निताई। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। आह स्वरूप सनातन रूपा रघुनाथ। बटा युगा श्रीजीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Dasa Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karamore तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे I go Premanande Hare Hare Bo Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Pancha Tattva ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. And let us read preface of teachings of Lord Chaitanya. There is no difference between the teachings of Lord Chaitanya presented here and the teachings of Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. The teachings of Lord Chaitanya are practical demonstrations of Lord Krishna's teachings. Lord Krishna's instruction in Bhagavad Gita is that everyone should surrender unto him. Lord Krishna. Krishna promises to take immediate charge of such a surrendered soul. So, what does it mean here when it says that Lord Chaitanya present here teachings of Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, and there is no difference between what Lord Krishna is teaching, what Bhagavad Gita is teaching, what Srimad Bhagavatam is teaching. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught 5 of the main key devotees, important devotees. This whole teachings of Lord Chaitanya is summary study of Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially from Madhya Lila. Most of it is Madhya Lila, little bit Antya Lila is there. One is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Rasa Tattva Sa, Bhava Tattva, Prema, no, Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva Sa, Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Prema Tattva are the essential truth about Lord Krishna, Krishna Tattva, and then essential truth about devotion service, practicing devotion service, how to go from Shraddha to Prema, and then and how to attain Prema. What is actually pure devotion? So what is Krishna Prema? What are the characteristics of Prema? That as per the Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Rasa Tattva, these three in great detail, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Srila Rupa Goswami. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his teachings, especially on the Bhakti in great detail. That's why Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, has been written by Srila Rupa Goswami. So one of them is Srila Rupa Goswami, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching, and another one is Sri Sanatana Goswami in extensive detail, almost 4 chapters in Madhya Lila, from all the way from 19, 20, 21, 22, I think 23 or so. For 4 or 5 chapters, Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana Siksha, very important instruction. So then he also taught, not so elaborate as these two personalities, in Varanasi, speaking to Maya, delivering Mayavadi's Prakasana Saraswati and party, establishing the holy name, delivering the holy name to them, converting them into Vaishnavas in Varanasi. That is important. How to practice the instruction of Guru and with great humility, chanting the holy name. That was established as the primal point. So that was the Prakasana teachings. And the whole last chapter of Madhya Lila is that Varanasi. And this is also there in summary in Adi Lila 7th chapter also. And then he also, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also taught, discussed about Leela Tattva. Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva. First line is Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva. So the Leela Tattva and Rasa Tattva in great detail, very confidential topics of Radha and Krishna's past. It starts from Namananda Rai Samvad, who is called Raghavendra Puri. One of the five Pandavas, Bhavanand Rai's five sons, one of them is Ramanand Rai, who is also Arjuna, who is also Vishakasaki or Lalitasaki. So in all, 2.5 or 3 incarnations, Ramanand Rai, such example is direct associate of Srimati Radha and Lalita and Vishaka. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discussed most confidential, highest level topics only with two persons, Rup Damodar Goswami and Ramanand Rai. So with Ramanand Rai, he started all the way from bottom up, bottom Varnashram system, what is the duty of a living entity, all the way up to the highest, most confidential. He never discussed with anybody else, not even with Rupa and Sanatana Goswami either, because intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna in great detail. So that is with Ramanand Rai. This is in Rajamundry in Kovur, Gaudiya Math, even there now also. Vidyanagar, it used to be called. He used to be a ruler at that time, and he left and came back and joined Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So that is with Ramanand Rai. So Rupa Goswami Sanatana mentioned in Varanasi, and then and one more devotee is Sarvam Bhattacharya. Most of these teachings of Lord Chaitanya you will see in this book is predominantly most of the chapters are Sanatana Siksha. So because it is very elaborate, because 30 days Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught in Prayag, Allahabad. So for 30 days, Rupa Goswami is only taught for 10 days, but Sanatana Goswami almost 30 days about the Vaishnava's behavior, characters of Vaishnava, so everything, and the opulence of the sweetness of the Lord Krishna, incarnations of Lord Krishna, and how Jiva can be delivered, what is his position, what are the various anarthas, the weeds. So the Mahaprabhu also discussed about that, Rupa Goswami as well, in Madhya Lila and also Antya Lila from beginning. So you'll see the instruction to Rupa Goswami second time meeting. And Sanatana Goswami is also, you see that. But these are the prime instructions. These are the main personalities where teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was discussed. But predominantly Rupa and Sanatana and Ramananda Rai is the most extensive and most elaborate and very important instructions as well. But in all these three places, you will see that. And then with Namacharya Haridas Thakur, another principle established, how to take shelter of the holy name. Same principle is also establishing with Sanatana Goswami, but Haridas Thakur is exclusively holy name only. Exclusively holy name has been established with Namacharya Haridas Thakur. But with Sanatana Goswami, as mentioned, there are a few verses is mentioned. Is mentioning about the holy name, is also mentioning about taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's why Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita, if somebody asks that Chaitanya Charitamrita is not Shastra, but you can say that it is a Bhagavata Sammata Shastra, because as good as Srimad Bhagavatam is not different. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are there, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, as he quotes, as he explains, immediately he quotes Srimad Bhagavatam. And we'll see from Sanatana Goswami or Prakasananda Saraswati Shiksha in that particular chapter, last chapter of Madhya Lila, clear detail about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. One who wants to understand Sarva Dharma Parityajya, then he must understand the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. You must understand the teachings of Lord Chaitanya from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, TLC, and all other books about Gaur Leela. Then actually he can take shelter of Srimadam fully. Then he can actually come to Sarvadharma. Then he can actually attain Krishna Prema. Otherwise, it is going to be extremely difficult. It is not possible. That point is clearly laid out in that particular chapter in Varanasi pastime. So that then we can understand. So that because everything has to be quoted from the Shastra. You can see that this is in 25th Madhya Lila chapter, 270 verse. Iha prasade paive Krishna tattva sar sarva sastra siddhantera iha paive par. By understanding the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can understand the truth about Krishna. By understanding Krishna, one can understand the limit of all knowledge described in various revealed scriptures. So there is a clear statement here. And then before that also is very important. Shraddha kari yehi leela sune bhakta gane ihar prasade paive Chaitanya charane. Why should I hear about teachings of Lord Chaitanya, about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pastime? So I don't accept him. So all devotees should hear about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime with faith and love. By the grace of the Lord, one can thus attain shelter at his lotus feet. So because he is the most merciful. Sri Chaitanya Samahara Krupalu Vadanya Bhakta Vatsala Na Deki Tri Jagate Anya. Even when he comes as Lord Krishna, he's asked first you surrender. You give up everything. Can you give up? We are not able, even when we pick up chanting beads itself, we can't give up. I'm hungry. I will think about job. I have so many duties. But Krishna is telling, give up. All dharmas, give up. Just take my dharma only. Don't think about me only. Can we do that? So in Kali Yuga, it's extremely difficult to do that. So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even said, no other qualification. He just simply chant the holy names and be in the association of devotees, Sarva Vaishnavas, Tara Madhya Sarva Sreshta, Bhajanera Madhya Navavida Bhakti. So, Krishna Prema Mahadite Pare. So, out of so many 64 items of devotion service in Sanatana section, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is putting that these 9 limbs of devotion service prominent, very important. Out of that, Tara Madhya Sarva Sreshta, Nirantara Namaloile, Krishna Premadhana, fire Krishna Charan. And then another important verse is also that Sarvadharma Parichaja can only happen when we take shelter of Lord's represented is pure devotee of the Lord. That is what actually Sarvadharma Parichaja, otherwise it cannot happen. If you want to take shelter of the Prime Minister, Chief Minister, can it happen? You go through somebody. So his secretary or someone. So that's how it is the same thing. Tate Krishna Vaje Guru Sevam Maya Jala Tute Fire Krishna Charan. Tate Krishna Vaje. You worship Krishna simultaneously. Tate Krishna Vaje Guru Sevam. You serve Guru, you follow, you under the guidance of Guru's order, then you worship Krishna. Then you know how to worship Krishna. Then you know how to practice bhakti. Under Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction, Sanatana Goswami is this is Sanatana Siksha. This is very famous verse, very important verse. Tate Krishna Bhaje Guru Sevan Maya Jala Chute. Then only our this condition, then only this all the dharmas we can give up. You can internalize it. We can remember Krishna and do everything as Krishna's duty. As instrument of Guru, we do every activity from morning to night, waking up to sleep. We will come to that practice when we fully take shelter of Lord's represented. Then only Maya Jala Chute. Krishna fire, Krishna Charan. Otherwise, it cannot happen. Again and again, this has been repeated. So that's this important principle why I should take shelter of season. Otherwise, it's not possible to come to Sarvadharma and that is a requirement. Lord Krishna is telling. So that is the important point. As he also takes, as Sanatana Goswami is telling, here also Prakasana Saraswati's instruction also is telling, taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's what it means. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, whatever Krishna is speaking is not different from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. It is exact instruction. Krishna is telling, Maya Asakta Mana Partha, Yogam Minjam Madashraya, in the 7th chapter beginning. What is that Asakti means? Asakti means attachment. Asakti means this comes, it has many understandings. So Prabhupada has given at least 15 or 20 lectures on that. One should read that very important verse. Asakti means attachment. One of the angas of bhakti from Shraddha to Prema, where Rupa Goswami has been taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sadhakanam Mayim Premno Prabhu Bhavet Krama Ado Siddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Tata Bhajana Kriya Tata Anadha Nivrittisya Tata Nishta Tata Ruchi Tata Asakti. Bhava Krishna Prema Abhyudanchit. So from Shraddha to Prema, Asakti is in Bhava Bhakti. Asakti and Bhava, those are in Bhava Bhakti stage. From Shraddha to all the way that stage before Asakti is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Then the last Prema Bhakti. So these are 3 components in nectar devotion we have studied before. So that's it's very important. One must understand this Asakti. And Prabhupada explained this Asakti means both the Asakti is direct attachment, which is Shanta Dasa Sakya Vatsalya Madhuri, these 5 rasas, which Sanatana Siksha, you will see. In Rupa Siksha also, this has been laid out by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then indirect attachment is the 7 gona, secondary rasas, asya, vivasa, bhayanaka. These are 7 secondary. So the direct attachment is, so the asakti also means this, direct attachment, indirect attachment, how we can develop. And then the other one is the asakti itself is a stage in the anga of bhakti. In this Shraddha to Prema, one of them is asakti, very deep attachment to Krishna. Maya asakti. Prabhupada explains in great detail that one must hear. Sufficient hearing must be there. That is the principle. Tat shrunu. That's why bhakti begins. And Prabhupada talks about, gives example, nice example that everybody wants to see Krishna. In this whole world, you are seeing every day so many things. Can you understand everything what you are seeing? No, most of the time you can't understand everything by just simply seeing. That means you have to hear more than you directly seeing Krishna. Can you perceive him? No. It's not. That's why you have to hear the holy name, and you have to hear the transcendental subject matter more and more than seeing the deity. So it is not possible otherwise, because absolute truth cannot be understood unless first you are hearing about Krishna more. That's when you sleep also, because we are in the sleeping stage. Even when we are awake full day, whole day also, we are in the sleeping, ignorant stage. So that's when we sleep, only ear will work more than any other. That's the Prabhupada saying that you must hear. That only you can actually perfect. And you should be hearing from Guru and Prabhupada and in the association of devotee. Then actually we can practice that. When we can come to Sarvadharman Parichitya. Otherwise, there is no possibility. So, after coming to Sarvadharman Parichitya. So, that is what it is here. Lord Krishna's ultimate instruction, Bhagavad Gita, is that everyone should surrender unto him. Lord Krishna promises to take immediate charge of such surrendered soul. The Lord, the Supreme Personality of God, is already in charge of the maintenance of the creation by virtue of his plenary expansion. But this is indirectly. It is not directly in touch. Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. But this maintenance is not direct. So what is the Shastra statement in Brahma Samhita? It is there clearly. Quoted 7th verse in Brahma Samhita. Mayaya aramanasa na viyogas tayasa tekta kalam atmana ramaya rime tekta kalam susrudrakshaya. Maya aramanasya is not attached. Is indirectly. Is delegating that power of a glance to Lord Shiva and Durga Devi. Lord Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, Paranodaka Sai Vishnu and Ramadevi is transferring that glance from them to personalities to Lord Shiva and Durga Devi. Shambhu is taking care of the even in that creation aspect in that way. After glance is being transferred, he's been empowered. Then the creation actually happens. 3 modes of material comes into picture, it gets activated. So that's why it is not directly in touch. But this maintenance is not direct. So, however, when the Lord says that he takes charge of his pure devotee, he usually takes direct charge. So that's a pure devotee take. So Lord Krishna takes charge of the pure devotees. Then we should take charge of that pure devotee. We should hear from him. So then actually we can come to Sarvadharman Parichitya. Otherwise it is not possible. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching again and again. He is taught to these pure devotees, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Ramananda Rai, Haridas Thakur, obviously Sarvam Bhattacharya also, he became pure devotee as well. So Ramananda Rai's father, Bhavananda Rai, used to live in Alarnath, Brahmagiri. Jagannath Puri is very close. If you go to Jagannath Puri, you must visit our beautiful deity, Alarnath temple 12 kilometers from Jagannath Puri or so. And there Bhavananda Rai used to live. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to visit when Lord Jagannath used to be in Anavasa period, 2 weeks. So beautiful pastimes. But however, when the Lord says that he takes charge of his pure devotee, he actually takes direct charge. A pure devotee is a soul who is forever surrendered to the Lord, just as a child is surrendered to his parents, or an animal is to its master. In the surrendering process, so now he's quoting that famous verse, which is Anukulyasa Sankalpa, Ratikulyasa Vivarjanam, the characteristic. This is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's again and again repeatedly. Sadvida Saranagati. There is a book called Saranagati. I have that book. In that clearly there are songs and explanation is there for this. Anukulya, first principle. First 2 are very important. Out of 6, we are not there in the remaining 4. First 2 are we can understand, we can practice it. Other 4, it is difficult because we have to come by practice gradually. Anukulya Sankalpa, Pratikulya Sivarjana. That means accepting what is favorable to Krishna. That means what will allow us to wake up in the morning, that's what we accept. What will allow us to remember Krishna, that's what we accept. What will allow us to have time for Krishna, that's what we have to accept. So everything, whatever, what will allow us to have time for coming to temple and doing service, that also we should accept. Accordingly, we have to adjust everything else, whether it's job or buying car, anything, buying home, where you'll buy, how much distance, all these things depends on these only. First principle is Anukula Sankalpa, then you pray to the Lord, then you think what to buy and how to buy, when to buy, all these things. Because you have to have that consideration before you buy anything. That is what surrender means in every aspect, everyday business. That's what we have to put that first point, first one, number one principle of surrender has to be there in everyday business in our thinking process. Anything which is not conducive, is not helping you to chant properly, attentively, not attending classes, not coming, not able to come to temple, not able to do service. Something is causing us not able to do. That we have to try to reduce, minimize, avoid as much as possible. Sometimes it may not be possible, but as much as possible. We should try, because that is what surrender means. First principle are these two principles only very important. Then gradually come to the next principle. Anukula Sankalpa, Pratikula Sivarjanam, Raksha is said Vikshasu. Lord Krishna is the ultimate protector. We have that idea? No. Because we don't have that 100% faith that Krishna is protector. And that's why we'll take shelter of so many other personalities, other things. Otherwise, why we are not taking shelter of Prabhupada? Whatever Prabhupada is taking shelter means, accept as it is. You follow exactly what he says. Krishna says something, then you accept it. If Prabhupada says something, that's what Sarvadhana Parichitya means. No other word, no other way. Like Lord Hanuman did. Mama Sarva Jivanam Rajiva Lochanam. Everything, even though he served Krishna also, but his life and soul is serving Lord Ramachandra. He's not thinking anything else. He has no other business to do. He's ready to do anything and everything. So that's what actually Sarvadharma means. But we can't come there until first two principles are followed. Raksha is Sati Viswaso. That means Viswaso means he is the maintainer, he is the protector, he is the maintainer. These are third and fourth principle. And then Goptritya Varanam Tada. Fully surrendering, and then self-surrender, and then Atman and Nikshepana Karpanya with great humility. These things cannot come. These last four principles are very difficult. It comes only by practice under the guidance of your devotees. This is what here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching here in the preface. It's been discussed. These are the 6 principles. So gradually we have to practice it. The Lord demands that one surrender unto him by following the 6 guidelines, but the unintelligent so-called scholars of the world misunderstand these demands, urge the general mass of people to reject them. Before that also, because chanting the holy name is very important. Because sometimes you may say the Nam, Akar, Buddha, everything, all the energies are invested in that. It is not different from Krishna. Avinatvam, Namananda. Prabhupada gives example that it's just like I'm speaking, I'm not there, I'm speaking on the phone, or I record the class and I post it. So either I'm there personally, no, I'm not there. But the voice is mine only. You are hearing it. It is relative. So you are hearing. And some people, it could be from anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. But it could be in so much distance, but still you are hearing the same person's voice only. Personally, you are not, it is not there. This is relative. But the absolute sense, Lord Krishna could be there in Golokandam anywhere. He is everywhere. But we can, the holy name, everything, all these energies are transformed. Energies are invested in the holy name. But you can try to chant any other name, we can't chant. So long, so many times, throughout the day, throughout the years, you can chant. Because unless the energy is invested, you cannot chant. So that's it, it's absolute. Krishna's name, Krishna, that anything about Krishna, that means he's associated. You talk about Rupa Goswami, you talk about Lord Hanuman, it's still about Krishna. Because they are connected with Krishna. His pastimes, his associate, his form, his worship, his guna, his lila is all about the same. It is all coming to Supreme Personality of God. Krishna is the absolute truth. That's what it means. Abhinattam Avanavina means. His holy name is more merciful. Because more you hear, then you can understand Krishna. Your faith will increase. Because we are not in spontaneous devotees to directly seeing Krishna. You are completely, your head is standing and tears are flowing down. It's not there. So that's why more than seeing, first we have to increase our chanting, increase our service. Cleansing process has to be there. Both are these cleansing. Taking prasadam and then taking prasadam, chanting, so and doing service. These three things has to be more and more, and hearing. These four things has to be increased more and more. Then actually we can see our vision of seeing Krishna will improve actually. Otherwise it cannot be improved. The Lord demands that one surrender unto him by following these six guidelines, but the unintelligent man, so-called scholars of the world, misunderstand these demands and urge the general mass of people to reject them. At the conclusion of the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna directly says, engage your mind always in thinking of me. After obeisances, worship me, being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So this is the famous verse, 2 times it is repeating. Manmavo madbhakto madhya jivam namaskaru mame vaisatante pradijane priyosme. And then 18th chapter also. This is the instruction Prabhupada has given to Loknath Goswami Maharaj and two others. I forget the names. When they met, Prabhupada, what instructions, any instructions for me? Then Prabhupada has quoted this verse. So, because that's what it is. The whole Bhagavad Gita principle is in these two verses, two keys. To open actual real bhakti, come to Krishna Prema, two verses are there. One is Sarvadharma Parityajya, means Prabhupada quotes. Now look at this verse clearly. What is Sarvadharma Parityajya? The Prahlad Maharaj teaching to his Devaniya schoolmate at the age of 5 years old. In the 7, 29, 30 verses. There is telling that. Tatra upaya sahasranam. We have thousands and thousands of upayas. Austerity, charity, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But out of all of them, taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. Bhagavato is what Lord Krishna says. You have to take shelter of him and follow him. What does that mean? Then Prabhupada quotes Sarvadharman Parityajya. Then he writes, what does that shelter mean? Yasya deve para bhakti reta deve tata guru tasyevahi katita prakasante mahatma. Taking shelter of the Lord means taking shelter of his representative, because you are not realizing, you are touching the Lord deity, but you are not seeing him. You are not feeling that. We are not feeling that. So that's why we have to take shelter of him. At least we have much more attachment to Prabhupada, much more attachment to Guru, much more attachment to Lord, because every day you are seeing, every day you are touching, every day. But about Krishna, we are not there at. Because personally we have to feel that Guru has to be in person. Guru cannot be someone who is not living. Diksha Guru means he must be there living. So that because you have to hear, you have to see him, you have to serve him, all these principles are there. Then Prabhupada quotes Rupa Goswami says, Rupa Siksha. Guru Padashraya Vishrambhena Sevanam Sadhu Vartaman Vartanam Sadhu Margam. And these principles of taking shelter of bona fide spiritual master, serving him, asking questions submissively, in that same. Parabhakti means deep attachment. Whatever is there, we take life and soul and run with it. We'll try to change or try to improve, try to please him. That is what actually Sarvadam. It has to happen from Guru. Through Guru only it can happen. That's what it means here. So offering obeisance, think of me, become my devotee, worship me. So what does it mean? So that means it has to be done under the guidance of the pure devotee. Otherwise, you can't think 24/7. How can you think? It just cannot happen suddenly. Because that's what Vishwanath Chakravarti. Bhakte prajayate. From bhakti only, if somebody has pure devotion, then he can give to somebody. If somebody doesn't have, then you cannot attain it. Unless you approach you as a pure devotion, then you grab from him, then you can get it. You cannot just directly get it by your own endeavor. That's extremely rare case. Extremely rare case. 0.01% case. To get Krishna Prema directly by our sadhana siddha. We have to be Krupa siddha. We have to actually wait for the mercy of the pure devotee of the Lord. So that is so much. That is the secret of success. Prabhupada is talking about it again and again. And then he quotes next verse, Prahlad Maharaj teaching in the Sarvadharma Parityajya. So Guru Sushrusya Bhaktya Sarva Abda Arpanena Cha. Isvara Aradhanena Cha. Guru Sushrusya. Sushrusha means with great humility, with great attention. You serve the Guru. Sarva Abda Labda Arpanena Cha. Everything, your wealth, your life, your home, your family, everything is at his lotus feet. Nothing, all the disposition is at his lotus feet. You don't do anything without his permission, without his instruction, without asking him. That's one of the major important things. So, because that is general etiquette when Guru is there living. And then you take shelter, you try to understand either through him or through his representative, you try to understand what Guru wants to do, how he wants to do. So, Iswara Aradhana, even worshipping the deity also through him, how he wants to worship the deity. Because he knows exactly how deity should be worshipped, because the deity is revealing to him. He's the one doing Prana Pratishtha. Then Savanam Kirtanam, then he quotes this verse. After, first he is quoting first Guru, but then you can actually properly chant. So before initiation, if somebody was not initiated, then you take shelter of Prabhupada. You chant the Prabhupada Pranamam, then you pick up the beads and you chant Jai Sri Krishna, then Hare Krishna. Because first we have to take shelter of Prabhupada, Tulsi Maharani. Then actually we can feel, we can develop taste. Because they have the taste, then by grabbing that, just like Lord Shiva becoming Gopi, first he has to approach Tulsi Maharani Purnamasi. Then he's been transformed into Gopi. Otherwise, it's not possible. For Lord Shiva, if it is, has to be for Lord Shiva itself, we have to go through them. What about us? We are so minute, we are insignificant. So that's why that is so important. We have to take shelter of the pure devotees, very important. Whatever level we are in, beginning stage or advanced stage or at the highest stage. In all stages, one must take shelter of the pure devotee of the Lord. This is very, very important. This is the verse I was quoting. Tatra upaya sahasranam ayam bhagavato yad isvare bhagavati yatha air anjasarati. And you will see in the purport, Prabhupada is writing. See that verse. Sarvadharman Prabhupada is in. The process is clearly explained Bhagavati and then Prabhupada is what is writing. Yasya deve paravaktu. Is quoting and then he is writing at the last. This is clearly explained in the next verse, which gives the secret of success. As soon as one is situated on the platform of Bhakti Yoga, the root cause of one's suffering and material bondage is destroyed. Aham tvam sarvapapebhyo. And secret of success is next verse. That is the verse I quoted. Guru susrushaya bhaktya sarva labda arpanena cha. Sangena sadhu bhaktana. Whom we should associate. We can, rest of them, you can serve and worship, all that. But actually, whom you have to associate more? It has to be advanced devotee. So that, and then he is quoting with faith, then you chant, you hear, but this must be done. First you take shelter of a Guru or Prabhupada before. Yes, Guru and Prabhupada, both you take, if you are initiated. If you are not initiated, you take shelter of fully Prabhupada. Then once you are initiated, taking shelter or aspirant, then you both Guru and Prabhupada, both you chant Pranamanta, then you chant Panchatrupta, then you chant Hare Krishna Mantra. So that we can actually develop some taste. So in this verse also, you can clearly see one must accept the bona fide spiritual master, render service unto with great devotion and faith. Whatever one has in one's person should be offered to spiritual master. Whatever one has, that means everything. It's nothing belongs. Just like Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, one disciple. Whatever money he had coming from, everything he has given. The Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur used to buy vegetable and send everything, whatever he needs, to his home. So he used to ask, where did all this come? Then he's been told, his wife told, yes, your Guru has sent all these things. So the Prabhupada disciples also, they used to do Brahma, all of them. Prabhupada, should I give up? I am a teacher. Here I am teaching all these things. The Prabhupada, no, you work. And then Prabhupada, they used to give all the money to Prabhupada. There are so many examples. Many of them, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, my Guru, so many of them work like that. So because everything, money is also needed for Krishna's service. So we have to engage. Everything is a property of Guru and Krishna. Yes, we are working. Its results belong to us. We can enjoy the way we like. That's why one of them, somebody is asking a question today or yesterday. Giriraj Maharaj disciple, Bhakti Bhagavat Swami Maharaj. Bhakti, I forget the full name. So in Juhu, I think. Somebody asked so about the advancement or something. Maharaj was telling that forget about your anxiety and advancement, way you like. You think that I should advance like this, I should go like this, I should attain, I should jump to Golokunda, like this. Don't be in anxiety. First, you chant the holy names and you give the holy names and books to others. First, you engage in that Krishna's business, then Krishna will take care. You don't be in anxiety that don't think too much about your advance. First, think about Krishna's business and Guru's business. That is the reality. More we have to think about how to please Guru. That is Krishna's business. Guru's business is not different from Krishna's business. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught day in, day out. All these great personalities. That's why they didn't go to Jagannath Puri to take darshan of the Lord Jagannath. Rather, they first, that is the question. Pratapadu. How come they're not shaving? They didn't do any austerity. They didn't fast. How come they're eating and they didn't take darshan of the Lord? Then they told. Then I think Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya or Gopinath Acharya was telling King Pratap, yes, because when your guru is there, first, even when you go to Holy Dhamas, if your guru is there, first you go to guru first. Then you go to the temple to take darshan. That is the etiquette. You don't directly jump to Guru, Krishna directly. That's why they went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They met him. Mahaprabhu said, you take prasad. Then after that only they went to see the deity. This is the principle. This is the secret of success. This is how, that's why Gaur Leela, you get everything. It's very important principle. So in this verse, clearly laid out. And in the association of saintly persons and devotees, one should worship the Lord. That means you can worship at home. But more so, for some of them, Prabhupada has given permission. For many of them, Prabhupada didn't give them permission to get the deities at home. Said, you better concentrate on the worship at the temple. Don't neglect the temple worship. Prabhupada instructed them. So we have to understand that way everything has to be under the guidance of a spiritual master or advanced devotee. Then, because otherwise you think that everybody has deity. Why should I not have it? So everybody is taking sannyas. Why should I not take sannyas? So Shastra says 50 years you live and you go to forest. Can you do that? No. If somebody is like that without consulting guru is doing that, that means is not properly situated in bhakti. Because everything has to be. Shastra may say something. Or means Shastra Adhikar. If somebody who has understood is going by Shastra statement, is in a mode of goodness, is in a much more higher stage. But we are not in the Shastra Adhikar stage. We don't have that Adhikar. So our Adhikar is at level of Karma Adhikar. So that's why we have to always be guided under the guidance of the beauty. Otherwise, it's going to be simply disturbance in our life. So that's why Shastra is recommended. That's why Prabhupada, most of the places, Prabhupada again and again comments that. This is the secret. In association of saintly persons and devotees, one should worship the Lord. The glories of the Lord with faith. Glorify the transcendental qualities, the activities of the Lord. That's in the association. It is not said that you can do alone. It is always mentioned always meditate on the Lord's lotus feet and worship the deity of the Lord strictly according to the instructions of Shastra and Guru. Again, how many times is repeated in this verse? You can see the real secret of success. Prabhupada is making this point very clear. If one wants to become a pure devotee, then one must come to this process. And the last paragraph is also very important. Prabhupada is making. Therefore, a Vaishnava sadhu must completely adhere to the standard behavior. How will you know? How will you get it? You observe. When Sri Prabhupada disciples, senior devotees are there, you observe. You learn by observance how to dress, how to walk, how to chant, how to take prasadam, how to dance, everything. We have to see how Prabhupada did. Prabhupada says, you learn by observance. Observance is very important in devotional service. You don't observe anything, then you can't learn anything. Cooking is also like that only. More you observe how it is done, then you can learn. You can look at the recipe, but unless you know the process, then you observe it, you learn from others, then you can do properly, actually. Otherwise, it's difficult to do like that. One should, a person initiated into a Vaishnava cult. Now, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti says that a person initiated into Vaishnava cult should be offered respect befitting a Vaishnava, which means that he should be offered service and prayers. However, this is important point. You can serve and give respect to anybody, any Vaishnava, junior, senior, doesn't matter. But whom you should associate, however, one should not associate with him if he is not fit person with whom to associate. Sanghena sadhu bhaktanam. One who is advanced, one who is strictly following what Prabhupada says, what Guru says, what Krishna says, then he is on that quality of advanced devotee. With them, we have to associate more. With the rest of them, we can respect them, we give them respect, we serve them, no problem. But with whom we have to more associate, more and more, with them, those who are actually simply absorbed in Krishna's business, Guru's business, and clearly taking shelter of them fully, with them we have to associate more and more. So That is the key principle. So then actually we can come to this, understand this principle what in this particular preface we are reading. Let's go back there. So that is what actually Sarvadharma Parichitya means. Because you may question what is Sarvadharma Parichitya? Surrender. Surrender what? So first we have to follow. Surrender means you can only come to surrender if you follow Guru's business, Prabhupada's business. Because they are surrendered. So by following another surrendered devotee, then we can also become. By associating the fire, then you can have fire. We have to have faith though. Many times we don't have faith. So we may chant Jai Jai, but actually we don't have faith. If we have 100% faith, then you follow that person. But we don't have 100% faith either. That will come. More and more you hear, and more you associate and do service, then chant, then you can faith will increase more and more. If you don't hear, then the actual faith cannot be increased. And if you don't do proper service, the faith cannot be increased either. So gradually it will take time. Depending on how serious we are, it takes not that much time. If they're really serious, it can be only 1 week, like Chakraketu Maharaj. Only 1 week. He would see Sankarshan, Lord Sankarshan. He would enter. 2 weeks. First 1 week he entered into Vidyadharma. In another few days, he was able to be directly in the presence of Lord Sankarshan. By Narada Muni and Angira instructed him and gave the mantra, and he just followed. It is possible, it is not impossible to us. It just requires a lot of absorption and sincerity and seriously following it. That's where everything is there. Engage your mind with these 4 instructions of Lord Krishna. The impersonalist Mayavadi philosophers do not accept that ultimate aspect of the absolute truth is the supreme personality of Godhead. If one desires to understand that sun as it is, one must first face the sunshine, then sun glow. After entering into the globe, come face to face with the predominant deity of the sun. So that's why there are 2 aspects in the impersonalist. Outside of the transcendental, you have impersonalist, personalist. Personalist means those are bhakti yogis. Impersonalist means you have Brahmavadis, you have Mayavadis. Brahmavadis are those who are worshipping, think that this whole, everything is Nirakar. There is no form for the Lord, formless. And the universal, they worship that form, Brahma Jyoti. So that's the Lord Krishna himself is also telling in the 13th chapter ending, I think, last verse. Brahmanoham Pratistha. Prabhupada explains Chaitanya Charitamrita that. So this is the whole, whatever energy you are seeing, the light, the sun, everything is actually coming from this effulgence only. From the toenails of the Lord Krishna, this effulgence, this Brahman effulgence, that is situated on me. So it is coming from me. So Prabhupada talks about, says that is also. So Brahman effulgence is a planet also there. So, but there is no variety. There is no person to interact. So that's why they have to fall down. And Prabhupada explained these Mayavadis cannot even come there also because they are offenders. They think everybody is Narayan. So they cannot even come there to the Brahman effulgence either. Brahma Jyoti either. It is extremely difficult. They rather enter into this Mahakalapur, which is below. Devi Mahesh Haridama Sute Sute Tete Prabhav Nichaya Prakatachen Goloka Ev Nivasa Deklatma Bhuto Govinda Madhipurvam. So you are in Devi Dham, Durga Dham. Then above that is Mahesh Dham. But Mahesh Dham is 25% in Vaikuntha, where Sadasiva is there, 75% in material world. So that's you have Kailash there in spiritual world, Kailash in material world also there. So that's where the Jnanis go. So they cannot enter into Brahma Jyoti also. After so long practice, finally they have come to that Brahman level. They may chant the holy names also. Prabhupada writes in one of the purports in Chaitanya Charitamrita class, I think. He's saying that even Mayavadis also chant, sometimes may chant Hare Krishna Maha. But their faith is different. They don't accept. They think everybody is, as soon as he takes sannyas, you can call Narayan. But that is not the case. So, because Lord and individual, the Jiva soul cannot become equal at any time. They are equal in quality, but they cannot be equal in quantity. Anu and Vibhu, Atma and Paramatma, Brahman and Parabrahman. Clear difference is there everywhere throughout all the Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's clear difference is there. Brahmavadi is a little different from Mayavadis. Brahmavadis don't accept you are Narayan, I am. So that is what Nirakar means, formless. But that is at the beginning stage. They have to go beyond. So they fall down from there. Then Prabhupada explained, they fall down from there and either they are attracted to the philanthropism, they are attracted to the opening hospitals. So they will be attracted in these material activities. Again, when they fall down from there. So unless they perform bhakti, with bhakti is little bit involved, then only they can even merge into Brahmana presence. Otherwise, even there also it is not possible. So for everything, bhakti is needed. Even for the yogis to come to that perfection also, bhakti is needed. Mr. Bhakti. So without bhakti, they cannot even come to that perfection also. Neither yoga process nor this Brahmana, the Brahmavada process also, they cannot come to enter into Brahmana process either. So that's why bhakti is needed. Without bhakti, you cannot even enter into spiritual world. There is no other way about it. So that's why we have to accept that with great faith. So that's what it means here. The Mayavad, as Prabhupada is mentioning. If one desires to understand, where we are. Due to poor fund of knowledge, the Mayavad philosophers cannot go beyond the Brahmana effulgence, which may be compared to the sunshine. The Upanishads confirm that one has to penetrate the dazzling effulgence of Brahman before one can see the real face of the personality of Godhead. Koshan Apavranam. So in Bhagavad Gita also there is a verse. Naham Prakash Sarva Yoga Maya Samavata. This is there in Isomran, this is there in Bhagavad Gita. Throughout many verses are there. Lord Chaitanya therefore teaches direct worship of Lord Krishna, who appeared as the foster child of King of Raja. He also judges that the place known as Vrindavana is as good as Krishna because there is no difference between the name, quality, form, pastimes, entourage, and paraphernalia of Lord Krishna, as I already explained. Even if you're thinking about Guru, same thing, because they are not the Narottam Das Thakur songs, all these we sing because it's Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya, Karohe Das. So many songs are there. It's all talking about attaining Krishna only. Krishna through his pure devotee. It's not different. Because Guru never, bona fide Guru never talks about himself. He always talks about Krishna only. Krishna's business only. He has no other business other than Krishna's business. So that's why it's as good as worshipping Krishna, following Krishna and attaining Krishna through Guru. So that's what here it means. This is the absolute nature of the absolute truth. Lord Chaitanya also recommended that the higher mode of worship in the highest perfection stage is the method practiced by the damsels of Raja. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings is not different from Srimad Bhagavatam. And that's why in Krishnadas Chaitanya Charitamrita, verse after verse, he quotes Bhagavatam verse. Because that is the principle as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu famous verse. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vajesha Tanaya Tadham Sri Vundavana Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajabadu Vargenaya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam. Then you see that last thing. How will you come? How will you come to this topmost worship for the gopis? How will you understand their method? All these exalted persons have given up. Bharat Maharaj has given up his property, his wife, father. Gopis has given up their wives. Many of these personalities has given up to attain. So Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure. But we cannot give up. We are not there. Krishna throughout Bhagavad he never said, Arjuna, you give up and go to forest. That is Arjuna's thinking. Rather, he told, you better stay here, you fight, you follow my instruction, you fight. You do your duty, but do it for me. Think of me and do your duty. Tasma Sarvesh Kale, Mam Anusmar Idhasya. Anusmar, Mam, think of me and also duty. Do. You can't give up your duty. If you want to give up, even though it is difficult, then you first take shelter of Guru and ask him what I should do. Then, if he says something, then you follow. But we cannot give up otherwise. So, you cannot give up, even though however difficult situation may be, wherever. So, then that is the right process, right way to do it. Otherwise, it's not good for us to reject anything, run away from problems. It's not good for us. Run away from service or run away from family or run away from job. All these things are not good because difficulty will be there. In Brahmacharya ashram, Grihastha ashram, Kanya ashram, whatever ashram, you go to Vrindavan, there also will be problem. You go to Mayapur, there also. Wherever we go, problem will be there because mind is our first problem. So that's why we have to be under the guidance of spiritual. Whatever he says, if we follow, then mind will not attack us. So because we are taking shelter of Guru, then you get the strength also. Mind will be subdued, intelligence will be sharpened by power of Guru, by empowerment of Guru. So that's why it's very important to know this principle. These damsels, Aradhya Bhagavan Rajesh Tatam Srimad Ramya Kaj Upasana Vrajabadu Vargena Srimad Bhagavatam. Last line is very important. Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam Prema Pumardo Maha. This is the highest truth. Srimad Bhagavatam is establishing the highest truth is the sound incarnation of Krishna in this 25th chapter, in Prakasana, that chapter, it is clearly laid out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam is not different. Gaur Leela, Krishna Leela, same thing. And because it's sound incarnation of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam is sound incarnation of Krishna. We should take full shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. In Sanatana Siksha also exactly verse is there. One must take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing. Two of them, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, was so much great. Every verse used to sing 3 different meters. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to like him very much. So that way, each of the 6 Goswami has different names, like Sambandha Acharya, Prayojana Acharya, Vidya Acharya. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami is Bhagavata Acharya. I forget one more word is there in between. Bhagavata Acharya, because you're so much attached to Srimad Bhagavatam. Every day used to sing these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam in 3 different tunes. And used to hear, used to read also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to like hearing from Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. That's why he has given blessings. He has given also gifts, wonderful gifts for him to always remember Krishna, remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam must be read and heard in the association every day. Without reading, we should not sleep. Even if it is late, we should read at least 5 minutes of Srimad Bhagavatam, then we should sleep. That we should make that practice. So as you can see here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also recommends Srimad Bhagavatam as a spotless narration of transcendental knowledge. And he pointed out that the highest goal in human life is to develop unalloyed love for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's already 8:05. I think we should stop here. We'll read this paragraph and stop. Lord Chaitanya's teachings are identical to those given by Lord Kapila. We just read the other day. Exactly in Chaitanya Bhagavat, in Madhya Leela, there is a chapter. Clearly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is telling. He is instructing Mother Sachi Mata, and there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is quoting. The Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is right. Just like Lord Kapila instructed Mother Devoti, exactly like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructing Mother Sachi. Similar instructions. Prasangam ajaram pasam saeva sadhu moksha dvaram apavat. If one wants to deliver his material conditioning, shackles, with a bondage, then he must take shelter of saeva sadhu moksha dvaram apavat. His doors for liberation is open. He must take shelter of the sadhus and hear from them. Then only he can cut this bondage, 3 modes of material nature. That Kapil Dev is so that is the famous, important, the essential verse in Kapila's teaching in Canto 3 is this verse only. Prasangam ajaram pasam. So the original propounder of Sankhya Yoga, the Sankhya system of philosophy, this authorized system of yoga recommends meditation on the transcendental form of the Lord. There is no question of meditating on something void or impersonal. One can meditate on the transcendental form of the Lord Vishnu even without practicing involved sitting postures. That means you don't need to do yama, nima, asana, pranayam. That principle is also there. Chapter 6 Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is talking obviously for different devotees, Yoga Mr. Bhaktas, and some people are attached to this yoga because everybody has to come to that perfection. For everybody, Krishna is giving. Okay, all right, you read Bhagavad Gita. Okay, if you are yogi, you can also come through practice of it. For devotees, it has another instruction that Yama Nima means you follow those rules and regulations. Is your Naitya Karma and Naimitya Karma is to chant the holy names of the Lord. Wednesday is Ekadasi, that is Naimitya Karma. Occasionally, Ekadasi comes twice a month. We must take shelter of Ekadasi and chant more rounds, 25 rounds, as Prabhupada said, on Ekadasi day. One should be there, take darshan of the Lord, some do service or distribute books, whatever you can do more than regular days. So this is our Yama Nima is, that's chapter 6 instruction is for us to have this Yama Nima of taking shelter of the holy name, taking shelter of Ekadasi, appearance, disappearance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance coming. So this is what it is. So every chapter is applicable to bhaktas and also applicable to others also. Instructions are at different level each chapter. So how we understand, when we hear from Prabhupada, then we can understand each chapter. Everything is significant, every chapter. From chapter 1 all the way to chapter 8, nothing is less potent. Everything is potent to come to Krishna Prema, every chapter. Where we are. One can meditate on the transcendental form of the Lord Vishnu even without practicing involving sitting posture. Such meditation is called perfect samadhi. In chapter 2, Krishna is talking about samadhi, last 54th to 72. This perfect samadhi is verified at the end of the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, famous verse. Yogina observation, madgate antarat. That is what We have told many times. Antarmukhi Bhakta, Bahirmukha Bhakta is one. Here he is talking about Antaratmana. That means he's always thinking, what should I do tomorrow? How can I please Krishna? What special service I'm going to do tomorrow? So he's always thinking. Antaratma means what can I do for Guru? What can I do for Krishna? He's always thinking. That is what Antaratma means. But one is taking, just like one is newly married or before marriage, then a constant boy is thinking of the girl, girl is thinking of the boy. So like that, wherever the deep attachment is, that's what they'll think. But here we are supposed to have that thinking uh, constantly about Krishna. So that's why when we sleep, before we sleep, we chant Guru and Prabhupada Pranam Mantra and we pray to the Lord and we sleep. And we wake up, same thing we do. Because that's what will allow us more and more practice thinking. Even when we sleep also, hopefully we get a dream or we will be conscious of Guru and Krishna because we are chanting their names and sleeping. So that is the practice we have to make, cultivate. This is a cultivation. Devotion service we have to cultivate. And then we will revive our relationship. If we don't cultivate, we don't put that practice day to day in our life. Otherwise, if you forget, you put on the cell phone reminder. I'm supposed to chant this. Pranam mantra and chant the Lord's names before I sleep. Then we will be whatever happens, that Krishna's business. Our business we have to do. Then Krishna will do. Guru and Krishna will do their business. So, and of all yogis, who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and that is the highest of all. With that, we stop. Already is 8:10. So, let's see if anybody has comments or reflections or questions. We didn't finish the chapter, but it's not easy. Much more elaborately, we are supposed to go through. I didn't have time to even prepare either. This is the class. As soon as I came from office, I had to speak. Go ahead. Anyone has questions, comments, or corrections? Everybody understood the essential teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mr. Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranama goes to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice class, Prabhuji. And I just wanted to, there was a lot of information, very good that to hear. But like as we are preparing for God Purnima coming on Sunday, what exactly one should practice, like prepare oneself, as you said in the morning, to chant at least 20 rounds and four regulative principle is always like there to practice. What else one should prepare oneself for this big occasion?
Gaura Katha should be heard. So that's why we have these teachings of Lord Chaitanya. This week we'll have Sarvatrik Prabhu also. We are trying to get Prabhupada disciples. And then meditate on what you are going to do, what special service you are going to take up. Something we have to take up. That is what it is in the 64 items of limbs of devotion, the nectar of devotion, chapter 6, execution of devotions. One of the services clearly read out. Special service on the festival days, on Janmashtami, Gaura Purnima, these special days, one must do special things. You can think of many things. Some of them are simple, some of them are maybe you have to plan ahead of the time to get things for the Lord. It could be jewelry, it could be clothes, it could be food items, it could be so many things. So many things. It could be flower related, it could be so many things. We could do so many things. And that's why you see, then example always we should take from Sridham Mayapur. They prepare, most of the days you'll see that all new dresses they're putting, they prepare very well. Because Sravana and Kirtana, Sravana also was there, Kirtan Mela was there, the deity worship of gorgeous every day is unbelievable. So the way the dresses, everything, because that is what preparing our consciousness means, special service means, this is what it is. But in our level, we can try. You can try to do something. So more you read, more you chant, and more you try to prepare something for the Lord. At home also you can do. Gaura Purnima is there. We have Shaina Adivas day before. you can bring something, you can offer, and then that day also you can bring something. So that's how we have to prepare. We have to hear, we chant, increase our chanting, increase our hearing, and also we do special service that day by bringing these special items. Just like, and then we have to hear about Narottam Das Thakur, first Gaura Purnima festival, how it was celebrated, first Gaura Arati, how it is done. So beautiful whole pastime. It is done in the association of devotees all together. Jana Mata was coordinating everything. Nityananda Prabhu appeared and instructed. Jana Mata was actually helping, bringing all the devotees, all associates of Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, everybody was there, and Lord also appeared, all Panchatattva appeared at that time, celebrated gorgeously, with great, everything was there. Everything with sandalwood, flowers. So that is what we have to make sure. If you all together, if you are seriously thinking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we can celebrate gorgeously. Everything has to be arranged. Enough sandalwood should be grinded, enough flowers, enough garlands, fragrant garlands, fresh garlands, same day or day before. Only these thoughts has to be planning has to be done day before. If you have enough devotees, we can do all this. If we don't have enough devotees, then we may make garlands 4 days before, 5 days before, 1 week before. That's not ideal. Prabhupada actually told some devotees, so why can't you make fresh garland? But if you have enough devotees, we can do. So there's so many things we can do, but depends on how much help we have. So how much cooperation we have, and so accordingly we can do. So strength is devotees coming together and doing it. They can, then that will please Prabhupada, that will please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Do we need to also fast on that day?
Yeah, fasting till moonrise is there, without even water also. But it's not, I mean, it's okay. You can take water, you can take fruits, nuts if you like to. If you cannot, somebody is diabetic or somebody cannot do it, it's fine. So, but generally we do, yes, fast completely until moonrise, then we do Ekadasi. After moonrise, Ekadasi items only. Next day morning, after sunrise, we break the fast, just like Janmashtami also same thing.
Okay.
After that Ekadasi, then next day morning after sunrise, because next day is Nandotsav. Next day here is Jagannath Mishra's festival. So, because after Lord is born, next day, and importantly, this year is even more prominent. Lunar eclipse is there same day in the night, little later though. So it's even more important, because that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he appeared, lunar eclipse also was happening at the same time. Chanting the holy names are going on. For this time, it is little later, much later, all the way. It's 12 o'clock or something starting. 11 or 12 in the night is starting all the way till 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, something like that, 4, 5 hours in the night. But still, so we should take shelter even more than even last year, because it has more potential. So when it is happening like that. So, yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Try to post that pastime of Narottam Das Thakur. So we can remember, we can meditate on Narottam, we can pray, so that he can give us intelligence and strength to understand and try how to do better and best possible way each and every service, each and every endeavor we put to celebrate Gaura Purnima in a pleasing way to Srila Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami.
Prabhuji, where the Narottam Das was born?
Narottam Das Thakur was born Keturi. I think the Keturi is where it is done. I'll have to, I'm not remembering. But I think somewhere near Keturi. Festival happened in Keturi. Keturi Mahotsav it is called that way.
Keturi.
First Gaura Purnima
It is
happened there.
East Bengal, I think that. It is in East Bengal, Bangladesh right now.
Yeah, would be. Yeah, many of the places are in Bangladesh. Yeah, I don't
Hare
remember,
Krishna.
but yeah, birthplace is somewhere else, not Keturi. Right. If anybody knows, you can. Go ahead, Asesh Karna Prabhu. You're trying to have a question or a comment?
No, Prabhu, I heard that this is that exact place I don't remember, but this is in East Bengal, means Bangladesh.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it must be in Bangladesh. No.
Haribol Prabhu. Dhanyavad.
Any other questions, comments, reflections, or thoughts before we close it up? Okay, there's nothing. Let's close it with Vaishnava Pranam. So every day we have these classes, 7 to 8, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. The teachings of Lord Chaitanya is summary study, in essence, of Chaitanya Charitamrita, basically. That's these five. Mostly this whole book, most of the chapters are Sanatana section, more than Sitapur, India. Subhangi Mata is saying. Don't remember that name, hearing it. We'll check.
Prabhuji, you told us to read the chapters 6 from Nectar of Devotion.
No, you read Gaur Leela throughout this Bhagavatam, we should read. But Gaur Leela from, if you have Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can read, or Vedabase.io if you don't have book, or Chaitanya Bhagavat. These both are the most important books. And you can hear teachings of Lord Chaitanya. When
Gaur Leela, I have.
if you are reading personally, I think you read from Madhya Leela first. If you are reading first, you come to me. We don't reject anything. We start from beginning. But for first timers, it may be too difficult. Adi Leela is so much philosophy is there, and you may get stuck. It becomes you may not get taste. It may not be there, then you may stop. So, but if you start from Madhya Leela or Anta Leela, you start from Madhya Leela, then it becomes nectar. As you read, you want to read more. If your verse is too hard, you just read the translation and purport. Go on reading it. You really relish it.
I started actually a week before only.
Yeah,
So,
Chaitanya Bhagavat you can read anywhere from beginning to end because they are more pastimes. More than philosophy is also there, but more pastimes in Chaitanya Bhagavat. That's what Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. He himself used to do that every day, and then all his disciples, all the instructed. Every day they have to read in the morning. I think before Mangalarti or after they finish chanting, they have to read this Chaitanya Bhagavat every day. That was his instruction. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Okay. So, Mr. Prabhu, back to you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class. Thank you so much. So, few announcements. Tomorrow, Sarvadik Prabhu will be speaking on the first chapter, the teachings to Srila Rupa Goswami. Very, very powerful and important teachings of Lord Chaitanya. That's where really we are getting into the teachings and instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So many very, very, I would say that very deep, that we can completely understand the science, the transcendental science, the science of the Krishna consciousness, very simply and powerfully, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining this is what is really we want to understand. So tomorrow Sarvadik Prabhu is going to start. Then throughout this week, ex-negotiated or exalted devotees will be speaking. Please join. And Wednesday is Ekadashi. Please observe from grains and beans. As well as on Saturday is the eve of Gaura Purnima. That's we call it as Adhivas. Adhivas. We offer a very auspicious article to the Supreme Lord. And also at the same time, there'll be ecstatic kirtan, and we are inviting devotees to join on Saturday evening at the temple. Also Saturday morning, there is in and out cleaning. It's called Gundicha Marjan in the temple, and there is a decorations, and please join devotees. Saturday, 10 o'clock, we'll be arranging, we'll be cleaning, we'll be putting everything together nicely. Then evening, there is an Adhivas. Then Sunday morning, and starting from 4:30, there's a Mangalarati. We would humbly request devotees, please join. It's a very, very, very important day, auspicious day. We are all, so much indebted, so much devoted, and we should be so much devoted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, that's good enough. Srila Prabhupada always says that we should always worship Sri Gauranitai because of their mercy only that we are. Their mercy only that we can attain Krishna. Their mercy only that we can attain anything, even the little that we have, the devotion is their mercy only. So humbly request, we are all in that Leela, Gaura Leela, we are requesting that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu allow us to serve the Lord and devotees. So in order to attain the mercy, please join on 4:30 Mangalarati. You all can chant that day in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this pleases Lord very well. This pleases Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Panchatattva. Just sitting in front of and chanting very sincerely. Like Srila Prabhupada says that genuinely crying a baby for a mother. Similarly, we should chant with that mood, crying for the Lord. So we should always remember that. Should we chant so sincerely, selflessly, attentively, and this way we can progress more and more in the path of bhakti. So that we pray to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, come in the morning, Mangalarati, we all can participate. Then evening, that Sunday, the program is going to start at 4:30. Tulasi Puja, Guru Puja, and 5 to 6 is Abhishek. So this is the only time you can do the Abhishek, and especially on this day, please don't miss Abhishek and bathing the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it's very, very auspicious, and that's our good fortune that we have devotees arranging all this in the temple because of our great fortune that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showering mercy upon the devotees. Please don't miss, as well as fasting till moonrise, starting from morning, and if possible, without any water or nirjala until moonrise. Or if you have some health problems, you can have no problem like water or some fruits. Then after Ekadashi Prasadam, so this way we can nicely engage. And one very important thing that many non-initiated devotees we have in our Sangha, so it's very important that, so we also, sometimes people ask this question that how we can connect with the Guru Parambara, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the day that every ISKCON center has this program. It's called Shiksha program. You are not, if you are not initiated, you can participate in this Shiksha program. The Shiksha program is nothing but in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking a vow that I will chant 4 rounds now onwards, or 8 rounds now onwards, 12 round, like Shraddhavan, likes that. There is a different category. So this way you will be committing yourself. So as you know that when we are so weak, when we are so much entangled, then all these things will not manifest or take place in our heart because of our Hridaya Daurbalya. That means we are weak and we cannot chant, we cannot come to hear, listen. We have so much of inclinations to this, so many material things, and wandering here and there, and we say, oh, I don't have time. So we will not have the time for anything. But when you come in front of the Lord on this specific day, Gaura Purnima, and you are committing that I would chant these 4 rounds, the devotees, so many devotees experienced and felt this, they naturally get a strength, they naturally get a mercy and kripa. That means they would get a new potency that, yes, I would chant this. So this is the way that they progress and come to 16 rounds. Initially, if somebody asks you 16 rounds, your head will spin. How can I do that? This takes 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But once you practice starting, 4 rounds, initially 8 rounds and 12 rounds, then you can see that it's just a piece of cake. It is just, chanting in the morning very attentively and focused. Why? Because of the mercy. Without mercy, we cannot attain that stage of devotion. Without mercy, we cannot attain chanting and engaging in the service. So it's very important. So as Krishna says that we just step one step. If you put one step, Krishna takes 100 steps. So especially in the case of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is known as Patita Pavana. He is the one who can liberate from our fallen conditions or fallen condition stage. So we are all fallen conditioned soul. So only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially in this age of Kali, can bring us, bring us to that level of devotion. And that's where we need mercy. Without mercy, we cannot progress. So this the day that we all come forward and commit and pray to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please shower the mercy. Let me chant. I'm going to chant now onwards 2 rounds, 1 round, 4 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever the capacity you have. So this will be pleased to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very much. See that there are devotees, there are coming to that. There is so much to speak, as Krishna says in Brihad Bhagavatam. Krishna says, every lifetime I'm looking at each and every soul and looking at that this lifetime, even that the soul will come to me. But when he turns away, when he goes away, I'll be so disappointed. I have in distress, I have so much disappointed that the soul is not coming to me, is going away. So the devotees, every acharyas, every Guru Parambara, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the sage of Kali, that looking at each and every one of us, that when the soul is turning towards us, coming to me. So this is our greatest fortune that we have this opportunity on this Gauda Purnima. So please take this advantage, that please register your name with one of us and don't contact your Bhaktarsha leaders, that now onwards, Gauda Purnima, this is a very, very auspicious day. Please shower the mercy upon me to take this process of bhakti. And that's the perfection of our life, dear devotees, and start to chant. If you don't have bead bags or beads, we can give it to you. And come forward on the Gauda Purnima day. Be there at 7:30. There will be a Shiksha Vav program. So those who are chanting 1 round, 4 rounds, 8 rounds, 12 rounds or 16 rounds, there'll be a group of devotees. So you can take that vow, and also you can participate in service. So always remember that. So you will become an adhikar, you will become a kanishta adhikari. When you start to chant and engage in the service, naturally you become an adhikari, or what is called a powerful person, adhikar, right? That's what is spiritually powerful or spiritually potent. So one can come to and reach to that stage of spiritually potent. So this we need mercy of devotees and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So please don't miss this opportunity. Come and take that commitment on Gauda Purnima. This is a way that we can ensure that we connect. This is the way that we connect to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Guru Parambara, the entire lineage and the devotees. Now you will become the member of a family of Sri Gauranga family, right? A family of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how beautiful it is, how powerful it is. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will be always there. Protection will be there. And even if you slip and go away, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will make sure that you are within the vicinity of devotees, under the protection of the devotees, under the protection of the Supreme Lord. The devotees, that's where we need to get into. So always remember this. Don't miss this opportunity. Oh, let me take next year. Who knows that next year we will see or not? So it's very important that as soon as we are human, this is very, very easily one can attain in the human form of life. Otherwise, very difficult. So always remember this and take this opportunity and start to chant on this Gauda Purnima. Take that commitment and vow, so that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada will be so pleased. They are all watching, they are all seeing us, dear devotees. They're all seeing this. I was watching this one video. I think Krishna Namananda posted today or yesterday that in Mayapur, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to a dream of a devotee. And I think many, many years ago, some robbers came and stole the deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then in order to steal the jewelry on that deity. Then what happened? They just lost and they just put somewhere under the bushes for many years. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the dream of that devotee and told that I am lying down here under the bush for many, many years, scorching heat and everything, and then told exactly the location and the route. And the devotee came from far away and then took the bus and rickshaw and all, and told to the spiritual master Guru and devotees what to do, and then they all came and they found and they saw that this deity is under the bush for that, lying down for many, many years. The devotees, this is what it is. So they are seeing us, they are watching us, they are seeing everything that what we do. So it's not that just sentimentals. These are all science. These are all spiritual science. By the mercy of the Lord that we can attain. So always remember this. And whatever we are doing, this is only the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nothing else. So we should always take shelter, the lotus feet of the Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's what is the first and foremost that we should have in our heart. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then shower us the mercy, then only we can perfect in our devotion with the humility, humbleness, knowledge, understanding, realization, chanting and hearing and remembering. All this comes from that potential of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So always remember that to take the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's our perfection. Nothing else we don't need to think much about it. All we need to do is take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And how do we do that? Chanting the holy name. Param Vijayade Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Chanting the holy name, then we can attain that perfection. So always remember this. Thank you so much. So we would stop here in that case. And if there is anything else, anybody would like to add? Okay.
Sarvadruk Prabhu mentioned only is available Thursday evening. He has something else come up.
Oh, it's not tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. So
Oh.
yeah, but Thursday evening you'll be giving.
Okay, Thursday evening. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you are working on it, right? See if somebody can get.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So anything else? Anybody else? Okay, there are some comments out there.
Just posted a few things I mentioned in the class. I didn't remember the verses. I posted that.
Okay.
From last time was Keturi also. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Drop off. One
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय
Nandakodi Vaishnava
जय
Premanandi
हरि
हरि हरि
बोल।
हरि हरि बोल।
राधे राधे।
Thank you, Prabhu ji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.